I think we're live. Good morning. Hello, world. From Reston, Virginia. We're getting a little better because I have a timer now. And this is the 9 at 9 live stream. I'm going to start those way better. And I want to talk about time management because it's 9:38 a.m. It's January 5th, like I said. I'm out of sorts. Struggled to get here this morning at a proper time. I want these to be at 9 a.m. And so that's why I wanted to talk about time management. I'm going to adjust the light a bit. There are blocks in my life that are really fixed. And the reason is because those blocks are what drove my gain in discipline. We talked in previous videos about how important discipline is to me, how much I'm afraid to quit, how afraid I am to quit certain activities. Because once I picked up those activities and they became those rocks, immovable rocks, like something that I know I'm going to do consistently. And I don't go to the gym necessarily every day, but that's a rock. That activity has honestly changed my whole life. And so I know how physically important it is to me, how important it is to my mental health. Those two benefits have helped my relationships. It helps my work. It helps me get the confidence to do other activities like take this challenge on. It helps me have the confidence to just sit in front of a camera every freaking day. So that activity isn't movable, and I'm going to do it till I can't physically do it anymore, which will be a long time because it helps your body so much. So that's an immovable object. And what I'm going to do now to adjust the time that takes is shorten it up a little bit. So that's one of the opportunities you have when you're struggling to find the time and there are things in your life that you refuse to move. Can you do those things a little differently? So what I've been practicing over the last week, since I've really pushed to commit to the 9 a.m. Live, is to like tighten up the speed at which I do it. Are there some movements that I could do less often? Yes, because honestly, when you don't have a stop time, a hard stop is the word we use in the business community. If you don't have a hard stop, you can just like go, you can be at the gym for a while, because those that like the activity, because that's another thing, another topic for another day, a topic for another day is when you love the activity, it's not about getting a goal anymore. Don't have a goal any longer with the gym. It's just a daily thing because I love the activity. When you do that, you're not in a rush to get out of there. Like when you're in a rush to get out of there, you're clearly now not committing appropriately. So anyway, I can do things faster so that I can get out of there quicker. And that's what I've been doing. I still have work to do there. There are also things that I've been trying to do since I'm struggling to find the time, where I'm preparing better at night. That nighttime, I've learned, is kind of it's not used very well by me. And I don't think I'm alone in this, is that you get to a certain hour in the evening, call it 8 p.m., and you subconsciously think that you've earned some sort of like break. And I think it goes back to like my childhood and just life, honestly, where prime time was the television hour. Like almost everything stopped. Everyone's watching TV starting at 8 p.m., at least in New York, and maybe other parts of the country was a little. When we moved to Colorado, it was 7 p.m. But the point is, like that time of the night, people just tend to think, now let's just shut it down. So I just naturally stuck in that. Like I whenever I'm super productive after that hour, 7 p.m. is a good time. After 7 p.m., if I'm productive, I feel like it's like bonus points productive. So I'm going to work to be better there. What I've been doing is packing my bag at night, getting my plan for the day at night, having my clothes thought through, looking at the weather for the next day. All of these activities have helped me speed up the morning. But there are two activities in the morning that are taking extra time that I am struggling to move. And I wonder if I'm not alone in this. One is Duolingo, and it's a strange one. And I think I don't think other people have this, but I'm hooked on Duolingo. And it's because it also is another activity that has been in my mental state helped me gain discipline. When I committed to that activity, I've been doing Duolingo to learn languages for 3 years and 3.5 now, every single morning with coffee. And it's funny that if I quit coffee, I'm not sure what I'll do with Duolingo, but I can't. It's just like, it's literally every morning. If I'm on a trip, no matter where I am, since I got off that sailboat, which I couldn't do it on the sailboat, I started learning languages on Duolingo, and it's been 3.5 years, and I have not missed. And so it's just something I really enjoy. It like tests my brain a little bit. It's keeping me fresh, but it's also just like, I really like it. And so what do I do if I need to figure out how to speed that up, because sometimes I definitely drift past a certain amount of time, et cetera. It's not a topic for today, but if I move that, I am so worried that I'm going to lose that discipline and I'm going to fall off that priority. I don't want to chase it at night. I don't want to be like, oh, did I do it? I really like just doing it. I really enjoy it. But then breakfast, I eat a lot of breakfast. And it's an activity that if I change how I do it, I'm sure I'll get out the door faster. And I'm fighting it. So on Saturday and Sunday, what I do so that I could do this 9 at 9 is I go to the gym after this. And then during the week, I go to the gym before this. So that's my little adjustment. It gives me a little extra sleep on the weekends so that I could pull this off. But then on Fridays and Saturday nights, I'm naturally thinking, oh, I could sleep in. I got that extra time. But it's ridiculous. I don't have that much extra time. I have to get up and get going. And I like it. Like other people might be thinking, you're effing crazy. Why are you doing this? I want to just chill. I think my mentality right now is because I know I'm capable of really, I know what I'm capable of. And I've proven over the last few years to surprise myself. I'm not a David Goggins kind of like work ethic, but I'm like, really know that I've got more in me, and time is of a limited time is limited. And if you watch my "Why Do I Call This I Can't Hear You" video, you'll know that that's part of the thought process here. And so I'm down to do this. Like, I don't care about that I can do this and I want to do it, but I have to adjust my time. So there's big blocks. We've got to all figure out what those priorities are. I'm not saying in any way we should move those big blocks. They are the number one priorities. We have to put them on the calendar. There are things that we can adjust to make them stay, to allow them to stay, and still pull this new stuff off. That's what I have to do. What I've discovered now is less sports. I'm a huge sports fan, but I really have to remember I can't do that and this and that. So I've been getting smarter about just turning it off. Like, I had to do it last night. The NFL was pretty good with the Bengals and Steelers. And I just was like, I can't. I'll catch up in the morning. So what are you going to move in your life? What are you going to keep in your life? That is the topic we're going to dig into a little more. I'm not a massive time management guy. I don't fixate on that. I do really think about these blocks. That's what I want to prioritize. If you insist on prioritizing the important things, what I would call the high impact activities, if you don't move those, you're going to blow yourself away. The things you can accomplish when you don't move those critically important activities, you're just going to look back and go, holy shit, look what I accomplished. So let's work on this together. Let's get rid of the crap. High impact activities, absolutely number one. That crap, that time consuming crap, really, we have to get rid of it. There's so many conversations I'm in that I'm just like, what am I talking about here? And if it's in a loving relationship with someone, of course you're going to stick with it. Maybe you can try to get out of it a little quicker. But there are certain things at the office that you just get sucked into, and meetings that just absorb so much time that we know are not a high priority, or the urgency that everyone thinks life, like, oh my God, well, this has to happen first. I mean, Stephen Covey said it perfectly. 50 years, I mean, how many years ago is that? 45? Oh my gosh. No, not that long. Almost 35. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is right here, actually. There's just no better. This is it. There's been probably a million productivity and time management books. This is it. The 8th Habit. I'll pull that out next time. The big blocks they have to go first. The bull crap that takes so much time has to go away. I'm going to commit to getting more organized at night. I'm going to commit to not wasting that time after 8 o'clock at night. I'm going to get out of the house quicker and get to work quicker. And we'll do it together. 9 at 9, hopefully every morning at 9, if I do these things that we just talked about. And, we'll talk tomorrow. I do have a video coming out. I'm trying to do the text overlay edits. Why is it a brain block? Honestly, I think that's tomorrow's discussion. Brain blocks. I have some brain blocks, and then I've eliminated them, and I'm like, oh my God, that was not even that hard. Adding text and crap to these videos on Premiere Pro, it's a massive brain block, and I just have to get rid of it. All right, we'll talk later.